Enter red room. Boop. Okay. Wow, I was like so blocking the. Anyway. I want everybody in the business. So, I am eating a lot of food. My period is probably going to come on really soon. I have failed the soda challenge so hard. It's so sad. I gotta revamp myself. I was getting into the cocaine. No, not caffeine. Child, technically though, I'm not a druggie. I do not use drugs unless they're prescribed. But technically, cocaine isn't all the way like illegal because they still use it in like anesthetic like situations and stuff like that. Like, yeah, look it up. For my state at least. Anyway, I'm eating a side salad from, I was gonna say Panera, but that's not true. From what is it called? Chick-fil-A. I'm like really like excited about it. And what is it? So essentially, okay, this is what happened. Monday, I ordered food, and essentially it never got delivered. And I went with this whole hoopla with the person, like Grubhub person. And eventually I came to the conclusion that I probably should stop ordering so much, excuse me, at work, because it's just unnecessary. And so I think I'm gonna start cooking at home, which is also preparing me to like live on my own, because like, to me, I find cooking to be a chore only because I'm coming home from a very draining job for me. So when I get home, I don't want to do nothing but veg out and just numb out. So it's kind of just very hard. And by the time I finish doing that, it's like time to go to sleep. So, right. But I'm really going to work on that because I'm African American. I want to cook more soul food, but I also want to delve into like more vegetarian, vegan soul food. I'm not necessarily trying to be vegan or vegetarian, but I do want to try it so I can like offer that, you know? Because I'm eating this cheese right now, but like in massive amounts, the cheese really be fucking me up, and I'd be like, damn, son. I've even had to like change. So I can eat like ice cream and stuff like that, but I notice now that I'm older that, man, when I was younger, I used to blow through milk like a lot, like, and it was crazy because I would blow through like a gallon of milk in like 2 or 3 days. Like, I used to blow through a gallon of milk. By the time if you got it on a Sunday, by the Saturday, it was done. Maybe even before that, like I said, by Tuesday, Wednesday, that should be over. And so to go from that to like barely being able to have dairy like that, and it seems to be like milk, like actual like milk. Eating cheese like this, like liquidy forms, like milkshakes and stuff, it's not as good. So I know that I gotta do some massive change with that. So I do kind of like non-dairy, like cashew milk, oat milk type ice creams. I haven't had them in a while, but they're some of my favorite ice creams. They're better than like a lot of the ice cream brands. I don't understand. I'll show you guys one day. So there's that. But with the Grubhub, I kind of just realized, yeah, you spend a lot of money eating, not enough time doing actual things that'll move you forward in life. Like, why are you stalling? You know? And I've had to think about this stuff over and over and over again because I do feel like financially I've stalled myself to stay comfortable and to stay where I'm at and to make other people comfortable. And it becomes really kind of sad because at the end of the day, no one's going to take that responsibility of me holding myself back, right? No one's going to be like, yes, you held yourself back because of us. They're going to be like, why would you do that? Even if they secretly like are okay with you doing it, even if they're secretly happy that you like sabotage yourself or blah 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 blah, they're not gonna, necessarily say it. And so I am gonna start preparing to cook more foods. I actually am really excited because I don't want to learn how to cook like pastas and stuff like that. I just wanted to learn how to do soul food. I'm gonna be real. I'm not necessarily trying to learn Persian food. I'm not trying to learn like, different cuisines. I'm not trying to learn, Mexican food and shit like that. Like, I'd rather just go and pay somebody and have that great experience of Mexican food at the Mexican restaurant, at the Indian restaurant, at the Thai restaurant. I'd rather do that, right? Because people really like, it's very high vibrational to like offer your food and offer the best of yourself through food, the best of your culture through food. Through whatever culinary enterprise you're willing to undertake. And it's so sad that we kind of have so many chains. It's like good because jobs and stuff like that, but like you kind of start to feel like sometimes the detail and the what would it be called? It's kind of hard to say. What is it called? What is it called? I guess the dignity of cultural foods and stuff like that. I don't know. I can't describe it. But I want the dignity of soul food. I want to eat soul food. I want to learn soul food. I come from this culture. I lived in this culture. None of my family really like are cooks like that. Like, there's people who can cook, but my family isn't a tradition of cooking. Like, there's not like Aunt Susie's like pie and Aunt Hattie's like potato salad. It's like none of that shit. And so it is what it is. So yeah, I am going to start cooking. The first thing I need to do, to be honest, is to get a cast iron skillet. Y'all don't know, but I'm gonna let you know. Cornbread, grits, collard greens, and fucking mac and cheese are my shit. That's the shit. And scrapple. That's my thing. And I want to learn how to make all of that. Minus the scrapple. The scrapple you just put on the stove and you fry it. If you don't know what it is, it's just like a. It looks so gross. So, just look that up. But yeah, once I like went through that whole debacle, and then also noticing the price that I was paying to just order food, because the meal itself wouldn't be bad, but it's like you got to have a minimum of 10, sometimes 15, depending on the restaurant. Then you have delivery, you have tax, you have other random fees, then you have driver's tip. And before you know it, you're paying $30 for lunch, right? And imagine me doing that 2, 3 times, 4 times a week. I'm not made of money. I have goals financially that I want to hit. My boobs just feel so big. And my thing is, it's just like, I don't know. In pictures, I feel like these things look huge. But like, as I experience life, they are not huge. So it's just the way I just sit in the car. But yeah, I am just like, annoyed by at myself and my like poor spending habits, because really the main thing that I spend money on is food. Now that I've gotten my credit cards for my beauty stuff, which I'll get into, that's something that's kind of changed my money perspectives. But I am just like over it. I just don't understand. Like, I don't understand why I'm, you know, it's kind of a stalling thing. And so it's a health thing too. It turns into a health matter because the foods that I'm choosing are not necessarily the best. It's not every day that I choose a fucking salad at Chick-fil-A. So it's kind of like, you know, you're lucky bitch this one time. But I just feel like, yeah, I just spent too much money on that. If I live in a house, I don't want to be taking out trash, and all my trash is always a bunch of styrofoam and plastic cups and shit. You know, I want to be able to compost stuff. I want to be able to throw away things because I don't want to use like a bunch of plastic and things like that in my house. I want to have like actual like plates, actual cutlery, actual, you know, napkins. I don't want all of this real disposable shit. I want things you can reuse and replenish and bring life into. I want a home, you know? And so part of a home is making food. Part of a home is going grocery shopping. And the funny thing is, I love grocery shopping. I absolutely love grocery shopping. I love it. A lot of people don't like walking through the aisles. I love walking through the aisles. I love looking at how they design the packaging. I love looking at the back. I love looking at the ingredients. I love thinking to myself like, oh, if I put this with this and this intuitively, right? Because I feel like intuitive cooking, like intuitive eating, is very necessary. I feel like we didn't have like measuring cups and shit like that. They are necessary for certain things. Like you want to kind of maybe measure a cake ingredient. You want to measure ingredients for a cake, but just because one ingredient off throws the whole shit off. But as far as like other things, just intuitively putting stuff together and be like, yes, and this and this and this and all of these things together, and it smells so nice and it tastes so good. And I love grocery shopping. I love very domestic things, but I am not a very domestic person. Like I really stay at home, and maybe because I just want my own home, you know. I want my own home. I want my own place to be. I want all of that to myself, and I think it's time to get it. So yeah, I love grocery shopping. I love things like, I don't necessarily like cleaning like that, but I do like vacuuming, sweeping, doing light dusting, shit like that. I'm okay with that. But how am I ever gonna get there if I keep spending money on this? And it's so funny because I'm about to spend money on food again, later on stuff. But yeah, tomorrow we have food at work, so they do lunch on Wednesdays. That saves me one day of the work week. One day of the work week. So yeah. Okay, that's it, everybody. This was such a long video. All right, I'll talk to you guys later. Take care. Bye.